So in today's video, I'll be ranking all 9 ultimates from Jujutsu Shenanigans from worst to best. Very simple topic, so let's get on with the first ultimate. Coming in dead last, we have Choso's ultimate. Now, Choso is the worst ultimate by far simply because it only has one good move, which is winking. I'll go into detail on why that is the only good move, starting with Slicing Exorcism. Slicing Exorcism is a very mediocre move, as the beam does practically no damage. To even do the most damage you can, you have to get rid of your own HP by using the blood orbs. Even so, the blood beam pushes your opponent so much that you can't even fully hit them with the move. The disc variant is also mediocre, as any good player can dodge it with ease since the move is so slow. Even if the bounce of the disc somehow hits them, it'll only be due to luck, because let's face it, nobody's actually going to hit a trick shot mid-fight. I don't even need to explain why Blood Rain is so bad. It does little damage, is easily cancelable, can be blocked, and it also drains your ult bar. Plasma Wave is also terrible as it takes too much time to even charge up. The only way you'd actually hit it is if you third party or sneak attack someone. Overall, Choso may just be the only ultimate moveset that is worse than base. Coming in 8th place is Toto's ultimate. The moveset is fairly balanced, however the large issue here is how slow he is. Toto does a good chunk of damage with every move, however he has way too much end lag. He's also really close range, which makes him very susceptible to mid and long ranged attacks. With Toto, there's nothing really major that makes him super weak, it's just that he can easily be punished for his attacks. Now, for my 7th place spot, I have to put Mahito's first ultimate. Just like Toto, there's nothing really to complain about. All of his moves are pretty tricky to deal with, but nothing too major. The only reason why I have him this low is because of his domain expansion. Sure, the domain can be one shot, however, the activation time is just way too huge. You see, every domain has a unique activation time. Mahito just happens to be the slowest at activating his domain. Even if you've managed to pull it off, long to mid-range attacks can still set you back long enough for the domain to shatter before you even finish your opponent, as you have to be really close to them for your domain attack to actually work efficiently. Now for 6th place, I'd have to put Hikari in the spot. Why? Because there's one simple problem. People don't take into consideration that Hikari's ultimate is not just his jackpot, but his domain too. This may not seem like an issue to skilled players, but to those who aren't, it would really be tricky to pull off a jackpot as your opponent can stall long enough for the domain to shatter, or, in worst case, they can kill you. Another factor is luck. Literally luck. Crazy for Hikari, I know. But depending on what try you get it on, the more regen and time you get to your jackpot. First try is the luckiest as you can get the most out of your ultimate, and you can tank a whole Malevolent Shrine with ease. 4th, it's kinda trash. Other than that, all of his moves are great for combat, especially his R move, which allows him to speed up his attacks. At 5th, I'd have to put Maharaga. Maharaga is here just because he's really slow. Being a huge target while also being really slow negatively affects your combat potential. His HP is, however, over triple the amount of a normal player, which is a big upside. This does not excuse the speed he has, however. His main attacks are really slow and can easily be dodged or countered. I still give him the edge over Hikari though, because of his tankiness, which prevents him from being one-shot, unlike Hikari. His AoE is also insane with his Earthquake and World Slash. His defense mode also allows him to parry any attack within the game except for domains. Maharaga is the only moveset that can counter Gojo's Infinite Void. The best part of all is that Maharaga has attacks that can make him effective in close range and from afar. The main thing dragging him down would be the ultimate meter that's constantly draining though. Now we're getting onto the good movesets that have almost no downsides to them. Fortunately, I am going to have to put Gojo in 4th place. He is not the strongest moveset, unfortunately. All of his moves do a ton of damage, and they are mid to long range. He has plenty of moves that connect, he can dodge moves by flying into the air, his Hollow Purple has instant iframes, and his domain can open faster than any in the game. There's just one issue. Once he uses all of his moves, he's practically useless. I've seen this happen many times when the Gojo main is using their ultimate and their moves are all out. leaving them like a sitting duck. Third place would easily have to be Sukuna's moveset. By far the best mid-range character ever. Let's start with Dismantle. Dismantle is a very versatile and quick move. This move also barely has any end lag and can even combo extend. If needed, the user can also aim an air variant which bypasses blocks and cannot be countered while dealing a huge amount of damage. Open is very good for keeping distance if it ever comes to it. Sure, it's counterable with moves like Manji Kick, but it does very good damage with a fairly large AoE, and it has iframes. Rush is a very fast move that can easily catch your opponent off guard. It does a good amount of damage along with it. Sukuna has by far the best domain in the game. Sure, Sukuna's Malevolent Shrine is the second fastest domain, but it also covers a large area, doing continuous damage to those caught in it. Once in there, there's almost no way to counter it. Sukuna also has a special R move that does nearly the same amount of damage as Rush. The M1s are also very useful as they are mid-range cleaves that can be very overpowered if used correctly. The second best would easily have to be Mahito's Second Awakening. This is due to the sheer speed and range of the moveset. Each and every move Mahito has in this moveset is insanely fast and has huge range to it, except for Head Splitter. Every move has very little punishment to it, and has probably the shortest cooldowns compared to every other ultimate. Not to mention, Mahito is the only moveset that has a true one-shot move, which is Head Splitter, that can only be countered by having Maharaga. Think about Manji Kick, but on steroids. This move can counter moves like the Fire Arrow. His M1s are also the fastest in the game, and his front dash can extend combos even while the opponent is on the ground. The only downside I can see is the fact that his ultimate drains faster than the others. Now, the absolute best moveset, number one of every single moveset I've listed, would easily have to be Megumi's ultimate. Now, hear me out. Potential Man, are you serious? Are you actually serious? This dude is above Gojo? Well, easily actually. Megumi already has a major buff due to him having access to 8 different moves at the same time. 7 if we don't include Maharaga. With all these moves, he can easily perform a one-shot combo. All of his moves are fairly long range too, while also doing a ton of damage. While being able to swap movesets with his base at any time, it is really hard to counter this as you can literally do nothing about the flurry of long-range attacks being spammed at you. If we include Maharaga, this one ultimate gives you access to 3 whole movesets at the same time. There's basically no downsides to any of his moves. His versatility also gives him easy access to devastating combos. Best ultimate in the game, by far, in my opinion. So yeah, that concludes my ranking of every ultimate in Jujutsu Shenanigans. What is that? Wait. Whoa.